company behind a PG&E demolition now under investigation. What experts had to say about the implosion that left 5 spectators hurt. A clerk is shot several times at a local market. How the violent situation unfolded. And a woman scuffles with police and grabs an officer's gun. The bizarre twist that left a loved one hurt.
The Eyewitness News 7 at 11 on KBAK starts now.
Authorities issuing an Amber Alert tonight for 2 San Diego children after their mother was found dead inside a burned home. A child's body also found in the building, and the San Diego County Sheriff's Department naming James Lee DiMaggio, a friend of the mother's, as a suspect. Officials say 16-year-old Hannah Anderson and her 8-year-old brother Ethan are missing and may have been abducted by DiMaggio. Authorities believe he may be driving a 4-door blue Nissan Versa, license plate number 6WCU986. There are many unanswered questions tonight, just days after the demolition project of the old PG&E power plant as it took a violent turn, injuring 5 people Saturday. Demolition contractors are now saying the safety zone for spectators to watch the implosion was not large enough.
There are not supposed to be any flying shrapnels to the degree that they encountered, so there was some miscalculation somewhere on the explosion or implosion design.
Eyewitness News reporter Kendall Nunley has more on the ongoing investigation later in the newscast. A store clerk shot at a local market in northeast Bakersfield. Sheriffs say the suspect entered La Perla Market on Robinson Street with a handgun, confronted and shot the clerk, then the clerk returned fire. The clerk was shot multiple times in the chest, transported to the hospital. Neighbors of the market shocked something like this happened.
Very surprised. I've lived there 50 years. I've lived there 50 years. My neighbors lived there 70 years. We've never had anything like this. Never. Everybody knows everybody here.
The suspect ran out of the store and is still at large. If you have any information, call 911. A woman scuffles with a police officer in South Bakersfield before reaching for the gun in his holster and shooting it. Police say 34-year-old Adelaida Cortez resisting arrest when she reached for an officer's holster and managed to fire the officer's gun. Witnesses say a shot fired through the holster ricocheted off the ground and struck Cortez's mother, Guadalupe Cortez.
Hopefully she learn from now on and take care his kids and don't be close to bad people. And I love her so much, no matter what happens, because she's a good daughter.
Cortez arrested on charges including assault with a deadly weapon, resisting arrest, and under the influence of a controlled substance. A motorcyclist killed after he collides with a big rig this morning. CHP says 59-year-old James Dennis Ramos of Tehachapi tried to pass the big rig on his motorcycle, then hit the back of the truck on Copus Road east of I-5. Ramos pronounced dead at the scene. Police looking for a man who robbed a bank in East Bakersfield today. Officers say they dispatched the Bank of Sierra and Mount Vernon for a report of an armed robbery. Here's a look at the suspect, the man who walked in the bank demanding money with a threatening note and ran out with cash. Suspect described as a white man in his 20s, thin build, 6 foot, 150 pounds, with a mustache and beard, wearing a black-gray flannel shirt and black hat. Mother of a baby who died in Lake Isabella in January ruled competent to stand trial. Amanda Reese facing charges of willful cruelty to a child after officers found her 1-year-old unresponsive at her home earlier this year. She later died at a hospital. Reese's boyfriend, Jared Ramirez, charged with murder in the case. A man steals surveillance cameras from a business and ends up with this mugshot of himself. Police say the man stole cameras in the 300 block of Truxton on July 25th and 28th. As he reached for the camera, his face, as you see here, caught on video. Described as Hispanic with short hair, numerous tattoos, including the word death on one of his hands. Anyone with information, call police 327-7111. Kern County's red-hot housing market showing signs of cooling off. According to Bakersfield appraiser Gary Crabtree's Crabtree report, his statistics from July revealed virtually no increase in median home values for the first time since the start of the year. He cites an increased supply of inventory, homes staying on the market longer, a jump in interest rates, and investors backing off on buying properties. Foreclosures also showing a marked increase last month. Governor Brown stepping in to temporarily prevent the Bay Area Rapid Transit or BART workers from walking off the job again. The governor invoking a state law that allows the state to intervene if a strike will significantly disrupt public services.
For the next 7 days, the trains will run. There will be no lockout. There will be no strike. The governor has asked for a board of inquiry to look at whether or not a 60-day cooling off period is necessary.
The BART Workers Union had threatened to strike if a new labor contract wasn't agreed upon by midnight. The man who plowed through a Venice Beach boardwalk over the weekend has a criminal history. Court records show 38-year-old Nathan Campbell pled guilty to shoplifting in Denver in 2009 and a few months later accused of trespassing at a mall. Campbell drove his car on the Venice boardwalk, killing a woman from Italy, injuring nearly a dozen. He turned himself in, being held on $1 million bail. Chevron will pay $2 million in fines and restitution in connection with that refinery fire in Richmond last year. It happened in August, sending thousands of people to the hospital. Chevron entering a no-contest plea today, including failing to correct deficiencies in equipment. Investigators blaming the fire on a corroded pipe. A 6-year-old finds a gun and accidentally shoots a 1-year-old little girl at a home in Virginia. Police say the boy found a semi-automatic handgun belonging to a man living in the home and accidentally fired. The bullet went through a wall and into a little girl's back, playing in another room, sparking reaction from neighbors.
It's just sad to hear. We got to do a better job as parents.
Girl went surgery, now in stable condition, while the gun owner may be facing a misdemeanor. Family and friends saying their final goodbyes. The 20-year-old Angel Cabrera is laid to rest. Cabrera died in a car accident in Gosford Road in southwest Bakersfield last month. Witnesses saying Cabrera reached speeds over 100 miles per hour when his car collided with a tree and burst into flames. Friends saying Cabrera was a member of the exclusive racing club, but police say Cabrera was not necessarily street racing when he died. Anthony?
Well, weather-wise, it was a nice day to be out around the area and a nice start to the work week as well. Temperatures tonight cooling back off for us. They're 81 degrees at this hour here. Take a look at what's going on around the area. There are 60s for the higher elevations. And, of course, things looking pretty good for us as we head through the next couple of days. You can expect clear skies, much like we're seeing right now across the area. And, of course, here's a look at your weather headlines. We'll see seasonal heat through the day Tuesday. And, of course, things cooling down by the middle of the week. Kurt?
Thanks, Anthony. Play of the day, Angels taking on the Rangers. Check it out. Texas's Angel Beltre shoots one back to the mound. Check out Jerome Williams. Snags it with his bare hand, throws over for the out. Check it out again. Williams instinctively sticks out his hand, makes it look easy to rob the hit, but the Rangers go on to beat the Halos. Tonight, more sports with John Franke still ahead. Safety zone, the demolition of the old PG&E power plant leaves 5 hurt over the weekend. How demolition contractors are saying the incident could have been prevented. And violent turn, people shake it up after that demolition project mishap. What witnesses had to say about the chaos that unfolded still ahead.